As 2025 draws to a close, Ukraine's war has shifted dramatically. Now the skies have become the new front line, where every sortie and dogfight can tip the balance of the conflict. Air superiority is no longer a luxury for Ukraine, it's a matter of survival. Without control of the air, every city, every convoy, and every soldier is at greater risk. Modern fighter jets are essential to defend cities from missile strikes, support ground troops in battle, and strike deep into enemy territory to disrupt supply lines and command centers. Ukraine's current air force, flying aging Soviet-era jets, has performed heroically but is outmatched and dwindling. These aircraft face constant threats from advanced enemy systems and relentless wear and tear. The arrival of Western F-16s is a crucial start, but Ukraine needs a larger, more advanced fleet to truly change the air war. A handful of jets cannot cover a country as vast as Ukraine. Enter the Saab JAS-39 Gripen, a jet designed for modern, high-intensity conflict with advanced electronics, low operating costs, and the ability to operate from rough airstrips. The conversation is shifting from short-term aid to building a future-proof air force for Ukraine, one that can adapt and endure for years to come. This means not just planes, but new supply chains, advanced pilot training, and deep industrial partnerships to keep jets flying and evolving. Control of the air shapes everything on the ground, whether civilians are safe, whether infrastructure survives, and whether soldiers can advance or must retreat. Ukraine estimates it needs around 250 modern aircraft to defend its vast territory and maintain a credible deterrent against future threats. Meeting this need requires creative, powerful solutions and a new kind of international alliance, one that goes beyond donations to true collaboration. Surprisingly, the answer may lie in a partnership between Sweden and Canada, forging the wings Ukraine needs to win, not just for today, but for the battles of tomorrow. Ukrainian pilots call the Gripen designed for Ukraine's realities, and for good reason. Unlike most modern fighters, the Gripen can operate from short, damaged runways or even public roads, making it ideal for Ukraine's dispersed, high-risk environment. It's rugged, quick to refuel and rearm, and needs only a small ground crew, crucial when air bases are under constant threat. The latest Gripen E boasts advanced sensors, electronic warfare, and compatibility with Western weapons, like the Meteor missile. This means it can challenge Russian jets and strike ground targets with precision. Its low-maintenance needs keep more jets flying more often, a necessity, not a luxury. The Gripen's blend of survivability, efficiency, and lethality makes it a pragmatic choice for Ukraine's fight. It's not just a plane, it's a complete modern weapons system, built for the war Ukraine must win. As Ukraine plans its future air force, the Gripen stands out as the jet perfectly adapted to its needs. In October 2025, Sweden and Ukraine signed a landmark letter of intent for a massive fleet of Saab Gripen E fighters, potentially over 100 state-of-the-art jets. This agreement marks one of the most significant defense collaborations in recent European history, signaling a new era of military partnership between the two nations. These advanced aircraft would form the backbone of Ukraine's future air force, finally moving it beyond outdated Soviet-era hardware and into a new generation of aerial warfare. For Sweden, it's a bold step away from its traditional neutrality, embracing a role as an active supporter. By offering Ukraine not just defensive tools, but real offensive capability, Sweden is reshaping its own defense identity on the world stage. The biggest hurdle? Financing. A deal of this scale is expected to cost tens of billions of dollars, a sum far beyond Ukraine's current means, especially during wartime. Success will depend on a coalition of allies coming together to assemble creative funding solutions, possibly involving loans, grants, and shared investments. The agreement sends a clear and unmistakable message to Moscow. Ukraine's allies are committed for the long haul, and are willing to invest in Ukraine's security and sovereignty. But there's a catch. Sweden alone can't meet the production demand for so many advanced jets, given its limited manufacturing capacity and existing commitments. This opens the door for a new kind of industrial partnership, one that could see these jets built not just in Sweden, but also across the Atlantic in North America, leveraging global expertise and resources. The global defense industry is watching closely and preparing for a major shift in how and where advanced military aircraft are produced. The next chapter in this ambitious story may well be written in Canadian factories, as international cooperation shapes the future of air power. Sweden can't build 100-plus Gripens alone, so it's turning to Canada, a country with deep aerospace expertise, a robust industrial base, and a shared commitment to supporting Ukraine's defense needs. This partnership is more than just a business deal. It's a strategic alliance built on trust, innovation, and a mutual desire to strengthen transatlantic security. Canada and Sweden already collaborate on advanced projects like the Saab Global Eye, which combines cutting-edge Swedish surveillance technology with Canadian-built airframes. This successful partnership has set the stage for even greater cooperation in the future. In late 2025, Swedish leaders, including King Carl XVI Gustaf, visited Canada to discuss establishing a Gripen assembly line on Canadian soil, signaling the seriousness and high-level commitment behind this initiative. Talks are underway with Bombardier to set up final assembly in Toronto, Dorval, or potentially a brand new facility, leveraging Canada's skilled workforce and established aerospace infrastructure. This would mean a full technology transfer, allowing Canada not only to build jets for Ukraine, but also to develop the expertise to support, maintain, and potentially upgrade these aircraft for years to come, and even supply other customers worldwide. The partnership solves Sweden's production bottleneck and gives Canada a direct, hands-on role in Ukraine's defense, while also creating new jobs and opportunities for Canadian workers. It's a strategic win-win, deepening ties between two like-minded nations and setting a new standard for international defense collaboration. The Global Eye project proved this partnership works. Building Gripens would take it to a new level, showcasing what's possible when nations pool their strengths. Canada could become a key hub in Saab's global supply chain, attracting further investment and cementing its place as a leader in aerospace manufacturing. For Ukraine, it means faster delivery of desperately needed jets, strengthening its air force at a critical moment in its fight for sovereignty. For Canada, it's a chance to revitalize its aerospace sector, create high-value jobs, and make a real difference on the world stage, demonstrating leadership, solidarity, and innovation. Building Gripens in Canada isn't just about defense, it's an economic game-changer. Up to 10,000 high-skilled jobs could be created, fueling a new generation of aerospace professionals. The deal includes full technology transfer, boosting Canadian innovation and global competitiveness. Canadian-made Gripens could be exported, making Canada a new center in the global fighter jet market. This isn't just assembling planes, it's building an entire ecosystem of suppliers, engineers, and technicians. It's a rare political win-win: good jobs at home, direct support for Ukraine. Every Gripen rolling off a Canadian line would be a symbol of Canadian commitment to Ukraine's freedom. This partnership could define Canada's role in global defense for decades to come. The Gripen proposal lands as Canada debates its own fighter jet future. Canada's planned F-35 purchase faces scrutiny over cost, limited tech transfer, and trade tensions with the US. Sweden is pitching the Gripen E as not just a jet for Ukraine, but as a viable option for Canada's own air force. A mixed fleet, F-35s for stealth, Gripens for flexibility, could give Canada more options and complicate adversaries' planning. The US warns this would be costly and complex, setting up a classic procurement battle. While the two issues are separate, a Canadian Gripen buy would strengthen the case for local production. But even without a Canadian order, building Gripens for Ukraine stands on its own merits. Turning Canadian-built Gripens for Ukraine from vision to reality means overcoming big hurdles. The first step: secure a firm, funded contract. Without it, everything else is just talk. If financing comes together, detailed negotiations on tech transfer, plant location, and workforce training begin. Political leadership in Ottawa and Stockholm will be crucial to keep momentum and cut through red tape. The US will watch closely as a Canadian Gripen line could challenge F-35 dominance. Navigating these dynamics will require skillful diplomacy to keep the Western alliance strong. For Ukraine, a fleet of Canadian-built Gripens could be a war-changing development. For Canada, it's a chance to lead in aerospace and global defense. This is more than aid. It's a new model of allied partnership. The path is tough, but the goal, a secure Ukraine and a stronger Canada, is worth the effort.